When it comes to correcting personal style problems, there are steps that the company needs to take, but it always depends. Personal style problems are very broad. Sometimes it's managers that do not want to hold their employees accountable because they are afraid of the confrontation. Sometimes it's employees who tend to bully their way around their coworkers. We've seen that too. Sometimes it's foul language. I've seen employees who sit back and say, hey, listen, it's not my fault. They're too sensitive. It's just me. It's just who I am. I have a loud voice. I've always had a loud voice. The reality there becomes the manager needs to step in and say, oops, you're looking at this the wrong way. Really where you need to be is thinking about how you're creating a friendly and an inclusive work environment. And what does that look like for you? You don't have the discretion, nor do I, to simply say that everybody else is wrong and I'm the one who's right and they need to accommodate me. The truth of the matter is when I'm hearing these kinds of problems or any words along the lines of bullying or intimidation coming from peers of yours, that responsibility has to fall back to you. And the question for you is, how do you reinvent yourself? How do you reinvent that relationship so that you create a different perception with your coworkers? And that's really what the point of this exercise is. So let's talk about it a little bit. I want to hear your suggestions. I have some suggestions of my own. How would you open that up? And from that point, you can get into a dialogue. Some people have an awareness level where they'll be able to see it and transcend it and fix it. Other people may not have that gene in their body and they just don't know. It's the bull in the china closet syndrome. But again, you're creating the right record. Because you're going about it from a positive standpoint, that narrative conversation, if it's successful, you win. If it's not successful, it leads to the progressive discipline for the next event. But as part of that progressive discipline, you're going to incorporate the fact that on this date at this time, we had this conversation and we had a commitment. And unfortunately, it fell apart, and therefore this discipline is the consequence. So again, very strong leadership offense and leadership defense in the same move. It's a wise move on the employer's part.